Warning, this game contains disturbing violence and uncomfortable images and text, as well as an epilepsy warning. What on earth am I looking at? That looks like something straight out of like the early 2000s. Hello everybody, my name is Algum. Welcome to Psychopomp GOLD. I played the original Psychopomp, and this has a lot more stuff. I'm sorry for the way I sound, but I just played through the original Psychopomp again, thinking that this was just a, essentially an add-on, right? Just an update to the original game. Foolish me, I didn't realize that it was actually $8.99 on Steam, a separate game, so yeah. Anyway, there's a lot more stuff, new story stuff, new worlds, new creatures, and a lot more weird things to go through, so I guess we'll intend some everyone, everywhere. A secret? Did you know that everyone has special powers and they've kept it a secret from me my entire life? But I won't stand for that, that's why I made a helmet. I call it the machine that lets me read people's minds when I want to, or Psychopomp for short. But something happened when I put it on. It didn't let me read people's minds, but it did let me see something else. A world that was hidden from me that everyone knew about. A world hidden in plain sight with all sorts of animals and creatures and dead bodies. There are catacombs hidden under every public government building. I will not allow any more secrets to be kept from me. This time, that is different. Hammer's still the same. That's new. You're in the world. Ooh, it's a lot more smoother, and you can see farther. New sound effects for the water as well. Also, this is like a whole new design. Items are important to many things. Pick the key. Because this used to be just a straight hallway, really. And now it actually feels like, I guess, a city. Like a section of a city, I guess. Interesting. Hello there. Her hair is golden rough like hair would be on a night like tonight. You wonder how it tastes and have to hold back from finding out. The girl doesn't make you think anything one way or another. You feel like she's polite for being that way. I can't take it. It's only going to get worse and worse. Well, allow me to relieve you of that pain, my friend. Kill! Oh my goodness, there's like a whole lot more to explore. There will be a lot more of that going on, by the way. But yeah, so I ended up going through the original Psychopomp. Some doors need to be opened with items, What? Hold on a second. An unknown syringe with an unknown bright red fluid in it. But yeah, so I ended up wasting a lot of my time. Good work, keep going, there's so much work to be done tonight. Control can also be used. Also, this adorable dog here. You pet the dog, he wags his tail and licks your fingers. It's a small white dog, might be feral, nothing else out of the ordinary. But it's the king of all dogs. Don't idle here, you have much to do. Don't worry, for there is a plan to everything. I'm sorry, this image right here disturbs me so much. I'm sure you will see in due time, my friend. Fortunately, I cannot fix that. Home. Call. Okay, real-world tip. There is at least one biocomputer mainframe stored in every government public building. I have nothing to say to you. Home. Some tips are outright lies. Real-world tip. Every building, from hospitals to homes, contains a room that acts as the heart of the building, delivering blood and nutrients to the building's extremities. Try to find your house's heart. Ah, this is nice. I can see you. You think I can't see you. There, you behind the screen, with your chips and your water. Are you keeping secrets from me? I know you are. I know you're keeping secrets from me as well. Fortunately, I cannot visit you. Maybe give me a ring, though. I have a lot of experience in many fields. Just me and my trusty hammer. Don't worry. I'll get the job done. And you'll be very happy with the results. Anyway, as it turns out, there's nothing here. Look for false walls. Secrets are everywhere. Have you ever tried real-world tip? Have you ever tried asking what your father's true name is? You might be surprised. There are multiple solutions to a problem. Real-world tip. All food you have ever eaten is rotten. You have never tasted fresh food. It's not hard to enter a public building. The buffoon who invented locks and windows has never heard of a hammer. I see that this has also changed. Yeah, this wasn't a fountain before. It was just kind of strange, if I'm going to be honest. It kind of looked like a nether portal, where it's just like, I guess like one block in width and then just a rectangle, you know. Kind of weird, and there's just water there. But hey, now it actually looks and feels more like a school. Not school, sewage treatment plant. A place, I guess, is what I'm trying to get at. Water treatment. Human waste being processed and cleaned, made acceptable for consumption again. Chemicals being added to chemicals to remove chemicals. I hear they make the frogs very happy. If water treatment is for our safety and concern, why is there an elevator heading straight into the human waste? What could be hidden down there? Yeah, this was also not like this. I believe it was just like giant pipes, if I recall. I know I literally just played it like 10 minutes ago, but... And if it is such a big secret, why is it so easy to go down there? Sick freaks. Seems like the plumber is gonna have to fix things around here. Nice elevator music. Ooh. Look, to you people that may not seem exciting, but if you go back and you play... There is actually the free version, just regular Psychopomp. If you play that, all of this is like... It feels really nice. The pipes look rusty from years of decay. They look like they only have a few days left in them. The rusted pipes sing back to you in a harmony of pneumatic pressure. The rust feels rough, something that you actually kind of like. You think it might be fun if you could rust away, just like these pipes. The Legion of Rust and Blood. Also, the sprint wasn't like that, it was just straight forward. Now it actually kind of has you leaning forward. That toxic gas up there is not like that before. Nice atmosphere. Some foliage. And also this compass actually looks like a compass now. Though it does not point north. Oh, there's two people here. The third woman stares back at you, suspicious of your intentions. Watch your step, wayward. The bridge is out. I've been throwing rocks into this chasm for hours, and I haven't heard one hit the bottom. You reach out to touch her face, but the third woman bats away your hand, shooting you an accusatory stare. What about you? The third woman is old, but her eyes are still alert and aware. I remember when I was young, we would run around these stone halls. Ah, they were so beautiful. Can you imagine that? It seems so long ago, but I remember the smell of the fresh air. Now it's just full of feces and all sorts of other random chemicals that they throw into the water. The third woman backs away from your touch. Alright, this is still the same though. I was considering just having this sort of be like, oh, I'll just skip to the new stuff, but you know, it actually kind of feels like there is a sizable amount of differences. And also, I do know that there is that over there, and I still have no idea how to get to it. Didn't know that in the first one, I don't know it in this one. You look worse. More disgusting. The double-stalked thing looks at you with all of its eyes. It seems to beckon to you. Oh, hello! My, aren't you a cute one? Say, isn't there nothing better than being tangled up? Would you like to be tangled up? You tried to touch the stalked thing, but it grabs your hand. You just barely managed to pull your hand free at the last moment. Die! I told you there's going to be more of that going on. Ah, so it's like a tree. Interesting. Now, the real question is, does the monster down here still get blocked off? Nope, it does not. It can follow you now. And you look even worse. Yeah, because before it was very funny, because the monster would be there, but right in this area, you know, where this corner is, for whatever reason, it cannot chase you down there. There's an invisible wall, so it was very funny. Very easy to just sort of cheese that. What is that over there? Okay, there's more secret walls this time around. April 19th. I feel like I just woke up the other day for the first time. I have memories before Sunday, but they just feel so hazy. So much less vivid. I feel so awake now. So real. I just can't stop smiling. Something good has happened. It's happened. And here's a self-portrait of me and my derpy little face. Okay. This was not in the version that I played, or did a playthrough of. But it is in the latest version of the free one. Okay, you are still there. You still look awful. Not sure what part of evolution, what part of the world caused you to have visit a church. It's a statue meant to be worshipped, though a bit crude, the wings are quite striking. You talk to the statue, but it feels a bit embarrassing to do so. Well, imagine talking to a microphone and pretending you're having a conversation with, like, possibly hundreds of people. Okay, realistically probably like 20, but The kind of concrete you want to lick, full of textures and holes. Thankfully, whatever deity this represents is not angry that I smack it. Hello there. The Threat Woman's eyes look angry, but mostly tired. You startled me. This holy place has been overrun by those sparkle-eyed freaks. I can barely do anything to keep them away. You reach out to playfully yank her hair, but she doesn't let you. She's mean. Why would she do that? Anyway, this was a secret area that was not in the previous one. So what is this? Is this gold? The Psychopomp gold I've heard so much about? Secret key. Key of the mind. Find an emerald key. Not in my inventory, so I don't care. Okay, I know there's a horrible monstrosity here. Did it get worse? Yup, it's a tongue. It is very much a tongue. It looks so much more like a tongue and even worse. Oh, at least my little meatball here is still the same. The nugget looks at you in a pleasant way. Peasantly way. Sorry, it's a peasant. It's simply so fun to live off of human waste. We funnel human byproduct into our queen, who in turn replicates the raw material into flesh and milk for us. You regret touching the nugget. Your hands are covered in a greasy slime now. Over this adorable, probably horribly disgusting creature, I'd be willing to touch it. It deserves it. Deserves all the pats. Now, I don't recall... There's just this little thing right here. It's moving around in a way that really pisses you off. My key! My special key! The queen gave it to me. My special love gave it to me. If anyone ever took it, I'd explode. I'd be so mad. It almost instantly wriggles out of your grasp and begins dancing again. Oh yeah? Bet. Oh, oh, yep. That hurts. Just gonna inject that strawberry juice right into my veins, and oh, that is much better. Fit as a fiddle. Don't mind the blood coming out of almost every orifice in my body. Yeah, I find that funny. I know that you can just flat out kill that thing. I believe you can. And then you just end up not taking damage, but it's hilarious. And you are still... You look even worse. You look more like... I guess it was just the distance that made you look like poop. Ew. What? It's a lot more textured, though. The royal nugget looks at you with an air of pomp and circumstance. She was a good queen. However, like all good queens, she must eventually be recycled. Do us a favor and use those hands of yours to get the job done. You regret touching the royal nugget. Your hands are not covered in a greasy slime now. I'm not going to remember any of these names, by the way. Or I'm not going to remember any of the voices I give these characters. The royal nugget looks at you with an air of slimy confidence. Heavy is the crown. The guillotine has been set before the queen was born, and will be set for many generations of milk babies like her to come. You regret touching the royal nugget. What about you? You place your hand on the queen's forehead, and it feels cold and glassy, like porcelain. Oh, hee hee, is it time for me to go? Her form has taken up the entire room, swollen from years of gestation and propagation. After all this time, look at that lovely smile. Her voice sounds nice, though. Yeah, but yeah, this was not like this before. I think it was like the room was like so dark, you could hardly see like the entire body. You could see the guillotine for sure, but... You know, again... Also, there wasn't the fences on the sides there. But yeah, it really is nice though. It's nice going back and, you know, hence the reason why I'm even showing this. If nothing else changed, really, I would not be showing any of this. I would just be... Well, I would have just skipped to the new stuff, but... This does feel like it is really significant. Like, aside from like all of the... If I remember correctly, there's a monster here, right? But yeah. Like, aside from the graphical overhauls, you know, there's new stuff, and I feel like if I just... I guess if I only showed the new stuff, I mean, it's been a long time since I did the original. I'm sure that an actual proper bridge, instead of it just being a solid platform that just raises on the the Z axis. That was enough for me, you know. I can see the world there. All of the other rooms. The third woman looks severely disappointed, mostly in herself. The bridge was raised, but there's nothing over here. I had hoped there may be food here that I could bring to my village, but I suppose it was just a pipe dream. All that is here is a lousy, rusty lever. Yep, same old, same old. The lever. Let us take a moment to remember the Queen and all that she has done for us. Spawning adorable little meatballs, as well as horrible monstrosities that look very much like Dead Space necromorphs. But yeah, I love it though. I love it whenever there's a lot more, I guess, polish added to it. Well, I guess in this case it's not just polish, right? Like, it's a lot... Hold on a second. I get the feeling that this was also in the original, and I was just... What are you? What are you? Pseudo two-dimensional. You might think that you're in pain, but I've been here a lot longer than you. Eventually it'll all become quiet, and all return to symbols. Feels like paper and wetness. You kinda like touching the symbolic man. You know what? I will not kill you. Oh, this is it. Dr. Edison. I apologize, but this doesn't make any sense. I can't wrap my head around it. All measurements, gravity, trajectory, mass, are all consistent with a planet noticeably smaller than Earth. There's no way that Earth lost mass, did it? And what of the Earth that now hangs in the sky? It too looks just like our planet, but far smaller, closer in size to a moon. I don't see how you can deny all this. Your claim that all of this is simply caused by equipment failure or operator error is absurd. I understand the desire to be skeptical, and I respect what you have done for me over the years, but at some point we need to start looking at what is directly in front of our faces. You are in denial of the situation we have found ourselves in. Signed, Smarajan. I don't know who that is, but I'll save those. I don't need those. Look, I'm not one to take damage in a very stupid manner, okay? And no, the exploding baby does not count as one such moment. This... Aww. So, what usually happens is the guillotine comes down, decapitates the queen, but the thing is, at least on the side though, the queen's head would be there and you'd see the frown on her face. I guess that's not a thing anymore. I guess it just transforms into this thing. The egg of the earth. Ah, yes, this egg. Drop it into the abyss. Next up, the Children's Hospital. Gameplay tip. Sanity medication hurts your health. Real-world tip. The cure for cancer was discovered in 1994 by a man known as Marshall A. Linden. Linden was unfortunately killed in 1994 when he was impaled by a child's crayon drawing. The hospital. A place that reeks of alcohol. Children's hospitals have the same smell to them. It's a clean smell that somehow makes you want to vomit, like a mixture of bleach and Elmer's glue. I love it. Doctors will always smile at you when they say they cannot help you. Give them the copay and die more as they tell you that you aren't full of cancer, aren't full of incurable illnesses. I see this is still closed off, and that reception is still as poor as I remember. You're only sick once. But the floor is so shiny. Hospitals feel like the safest place to me, even though I know they aren't. They're the least safe place, a place that will swallow you whole and give you a disease. A place that will cut you open and make others feel good about it. Oh no. And through it all, the elevator is there. I can smell it. And that smell of rust and petrol breaking through the clean hospital smell. The door is wide open, waiting for me to enter. How are you doing on this fine day? Me? Oh, I'm performing... Unfortunately, I got fired at the sewage treatment plant. Turns out that executing a queen is not exactly allowed, so... I'm here at my new job, as a nurse. The nurse looks at you through an eyeless void. You just know she's thinking about meat. Welcome to the lower wing. Here we help to preserve the most important individuals of humankind, both in honor of their contributions and as a sign for the rest of humanity to follow. The nurse feels dry and warm to the touch. She really cares about you. Ah, now it actually looks like monitors instead of just free-floating screens. Free-floating pictures. The nurse wears a keycard around her neck. As a thanks for their contributions to society, Our patients are surrounded by the most favorite things in life. They'll never get bored, and they'll never be unhappy. The nurse feels dry and warm to the touch. She feels very proud of her special keycard. Well, unfortunately for this nurse, she is breaking dress code by not wearing the nursing hat, so... And I will be confiscating your keycard. Alexander the Great is before you. He quivers and slops in a violent way. There's nothing greater in this world than the feeling of battle. To conquer and to be conquered. To feel that warm slick on your hand. Wouldn't you agree? I would do anything to feel another man's blood again. You get no pleasure from touching Alexander the Great. Unfortunately, my hammer is not an apt tool for this. Also, I get the shark and the skulls, but what the mushrooms oh, wait. Is that like mushroom cloud? Is that what that's supposed to be? That would make sense. But there's a psychopomp. Perhaps it doesn't make sense. Hey, and then... Plato is before you. He quivers and shakes in a perverse way. I was right about everything in my life except for the cave. I was totally off the mark with that. No matter. There is no better sound than the sound of children, the touch of children, the smell of children. Socrates agrees with me, so you know it's good and right. You get no pleasure from touching Socrates. Yeah, let's get out of this room. And then there's you. Hands, mouth, eyes. Cleopatra is before you. She moves and shakes in an ambitious and dangerous way. There's nothing better in life than having people think you're helping them. Popularity is absolutely key when moving forward. If you play your cards right, anything seems necessary. A massacre, a young girl with a slit throat, the dissolution of a people, a crushed slave revolt. Oh, they'll do it all for you, if you know how. The ignorant masses. They will move in your hands like putty. You folks are all weird. Recently uncovered text reference to enigmatic figures. Savanash, Vishnari, Queen of Venus, and Krishna Colvin, King of Mercury. Several ancient textiles depict these beings creating the heavenly bodies and weaving the universe. Their names seemingly refer to two fictitious planets, Venus and Mercury, respectively, which they held dominion over. It is thought that these figures acted as a subject of worship. However, their descriptions and depictions within the textiles match no known religions or cultures. Symbols of the aforementioned deities. Note the upright cross, possibly denoting a connection to Christianity. Well, they were very imaginative with their two symbols. Sacred! The cochlea looks different. It doesn't have the bumps on it. It's a cochlea, an important part of the human ear. I used to be a number cruncher for a big corporation, and it was so boring and awful. A boring businessman. Then I got extensive surgery to be a free-floating cochlea, and I've never been happier. The cochlea feels sensitive and receptive to sound. Oh boy, I wonder how the... Yep, there's the nurse. The nurse is ready for hard work and R&D in the coming future. Perfection. Now that's hard. We gotta strive for it though. After all, perfect patients need perfect parasites. This nurse feels dry and cracked. And I still see that there is a missing photo here. No secrets. Here is the giant tick. The nurse looks excited and the future is full of opportunities. Study of neuroparasitics is very important to us. Parasites are some of the most efficient creatures on the planet. This new parasite was developed from the body of a young teacher in Berlin. We have very high hopes in her. She was drawing cracked. Feels happy to be alive. The nurse looks very proud of new discoveries in mental health. It's hard to turn a human into a parasite. Most people would never want to be a parasite. That's why her brain is filled with dopamine 24/7 to keep her chugging. And it works. Endless. Serving as an endless host to the parasite here. The tick squirms and burbles between the faces of the wall, happy to be surrounded so snugly. The tick is simply too happy to respond in any meaningful way, so it just gurgles in delight instead. It's like a baby. You can't reach the tick to touch it, but you have a feeling it might grab you if you try. I'm not sure what face is yours. Oh, wait a minute. Nope, I am seeing the faces now. I don't know if that was there. I'm pretty sure it was, and I just didn't notice, so, keep up the good work, fellas. Okay, now that one... Ah, this time there's crickets chirping. Either it's cicadas. The nurse wears a plastic keycard around her neck. What a time to be alive. It's really great to get outside every once in a while. Make sure you're going outside. If you're not doing that, you're practically killing yourself. The nurse moves in a shaky, outdoorsy way. Well, I have some bad news for you. You know, we didn't want to make you work overtime, or deduct your pay, so instead we are going to be giving you, I guess, the opportunity to look for new, broader horizons, so... We will be taking your key card back with us as well. Oh. Here I am. There's a key. So there's a secret. The nurse looks at you through an eyeless void. She's trickling in the most vile way. You must understand, nutrients and meat are siphoned from hospital patients from around the world to keep our VIP guests alive. It might seem brutal, but I bet you never even noticed it until now. The nurse touches and feels in a way that tells you she really understands the big picture when it comes to healthcare. And I will tell you now that they did not die like that before. Okay, so... Well, there are going to be secrets. I don't imagine that they're going to be so hidden that I would not be able to find them unless I really was not observant. Maybe in here? The nurse looks at you through an eyeless void. You feel plump, kind of love coming from her. We've nourished our patients so well. Look at how plump and happy their bodies have become. I'm so proud of them. The nurse's dry surface is covered in a layer of wetness. Well, sorry, but sorry, I kind of have to kill your child. Essentially your child, so... Yep, that was Alexander the Great. And you know what? Before I speak to the people back there, there is you. You got a little bit more health than the others, but you will die all the same. And there's the moon staring at us. The nurse looks off in a daze, thinking of the wonderful heavenly bodies. Beautiful night, isn't it? It makes me feel a lot better to know when I look at the moon, someone is looking back. The nurse's warm interior is covered by a cold exterior. You're right. This is nice. Very reassuring to know that I am not alone, and that there is some great deity out there in the universe that is watching me. The nurse has a keycard around her neck. You think about choking her with it. Each and every one of these small rooms houses an important figure. Once the patient has grown enough, they'll be moved to their own main room up above. She feels like a smiling that touches like a day. Yeah, I don't have any good reason for you this time. Now how do I get to the secret room? Maybe the answer lies in here. Here? Yes. Oh, okay, I was not expecting... I wasn't expecting another one of you to show up. Anything else? The second key. What it will unlock, I don't know. Actually, I was gonna say maybe I shouldn't collect all of them. Just in case it's like it locks me into a certain ending. But at the same time, if I don't collect all of them, I get locked out. Because the places do not show up. If they keep it the same anyway. The figure is dead and is slumped over in its metal cast. Slimy and cold. I hate needles. Complete the level without healing. I mean, that's very easy. The only reason why I took damage in the last one was just for the funny, you know? Ah, another egg to add to the omelette. But where is the pan? Hey, a transient location. With new animation. Make sure to use items sparingly, they're rare. Real world tip. Public schools are required to have at least 50 teeth of mammalian origin embedded into their north-facing walls for structural and safety reasons. You try talking to the orb, but it does not respond. Seems that you are not part of its communication system. Oh, whoops. Good, I hope you're doing well. It's boring here, I'm dying of boredom, I can't stand the desert. Bleh. What's the status? Queen. She's awake, but still dormant, trying to hide. Doesn't matter though. Our progress is perfect. What about the other one? The king is still fast asleep, like a big, dumb, snoring baby. Good. Do not wake him up. Until I tell you to. The last thing we need is to deal with both of them at the same time. Not until everything is ready. Do we have to? There's nothing to do around here. Especially these little puppets. They're boring, not like the real thing. These ones don't squirm right, and they make such a mess when they pop. Have patience. Soon we'll have more fun than ever before. If you say so. You're the boss. Hehe, am I a good boy? The best of boys, the king of all boys. Once we see you again, I'll give you a big nice bone. Sounds lovely, I'll look forward to that. Oh, wait, is this channel secure? It should be. Not like it matters. Nobody listening can do anything. You can barely reach the orb, but it feels smooth and jittery, like there is a great deal of electricity inside. Well, Ooh. I didn't realize that you were up there. Ah yes, finally, to the public school. Gameplay tip. Sanity medication hurts your health. Real world tip. Scientists have discovered that humans from 100,000 years ago featured a holy orifice in the head no longer present. It is believed this orifice disappeared after the Crusades. Hello, I'm the substitute teacher. Also handyman. It's nice to know that this also changed. I really like that. Cold place where they put the loud kids. Oh no, the corner. What is this? Looks like, I guess, the faculty room. I guess is where that would be. That's kind of weird. Usually there's like multiple... When you sleep inside a school, you learn new things. When I sleep inside a school, I taste new things. Alright, floor liquor. Alright, table liquor. Kind of weird, not gonna lie, but... Now, I know there is another route. Dead end. I look into each of the classrooms and there's only nerve cell clusters sitting at each of the desks. I close my eyes tightly and I think I might be at the other side of the school. Through the smell of pencil, wood, and erasers, I can smell something new. A thick iron smell. I'm getting close. The elevator is down this way. I can feel it even if I can't see it. It's like a vein that goes down into a heart. I'm here to do some maintenance. Welcome to my factory. I trust that you will find your own way around here. That's weird. The fact that that's only in like one ear. Open Valley. When the child looks to the sky, they will make believe about stars, planets, and other impossible lights shining above. When the adult looks to the sky, they will see no light, but take comfort in it. There is no danger in nothingness. When the dead looks to the sky, they will smile and close their eyes, seeing that there was light all along. Stupid! There are no stars. Well. Uh-oh. Oh no, I think I'm a wanted criminal. Are Perhaps they know about my escapades before. This is the main factory floor. I know this is a bit much to ask, but there is a machine surrounding my head, one that will smash it into a fine putty. Will you go and turn it off? Will you go and turn off the safeguard so that the machine will turn on? I wanted to talk to you. I swear I wanted to speak to you. I just didn't realize that I had my hammer out. I completely forgot about that. Oh, there's something here this time. You, on the other hand, are kind of the same, though. So what's down here? Medallion Man is feeling fine. Sometimes I come to these lower catwalks just to feel closer to the void below. The smell is stronger here too. Cold but burning, wet but drying. You know, I remember these fellows being generally unlikable, but I like you. Oh no, goodness, what the hell is that? That's a new one, and I wasn't expecting to be met with any new monsters down here. Especially not ones as quick as that. The vending machine might have water inside, but it might have something else too. The vending machine whirs back at you in an agreeable manner. He's so cute. The plastic marquee of the vending machine is covered in a layer of dust. It's still cold to the touch. Schrodinger's vending machine. Okay, and what happens if I go here? What lies in the darkness? Is this really just, like, connecting area between the two? Is that all this is? That would be... That looks like a trap. Oh god, why do you have to be so frickin' fast? Ah. Interesting. Medallion Man has been given a very boring job and has had a pay cut. He feels really happy about both of these things. This station that controls the pressure of the head crusher machine. Feel free to mess around with it. It's not like we're ever going to use it. Fun fact, it takes a minimum of 500 psi to crush a skull. Rust and sweat and metal shavings. Interesting. Let's keep that on full blast. Surely that won't cause this entire facility to blow up into smithereens. Oh, there really isn't anything here, huh? I thought for sure that that was going to be like a monster waiting for me down there. I mean, I guess it makes sense one way. I don't know why I, for some reason, thought that this was going to go somewhere else, but... Oh, I thought that that was another flying head. Oh god. Oh, it's this one. God, this makes me really nervous. Just because it feels like it goes uncomfortably fast. Medallion Man chatters his teeth when the crushers smash into the floor. Oh, you made it through? That's the sign of a good worker. A good worker doesn't follow safety protocols and does not die when doing so. Rust and sweat and metal shavings. Yeah, who cares about safety protocols? We don't need those. Live life dangerously. Medallion Man stands in place. It smells like enamel around here. This is where we make parasitic enamel. Once mature, the enamel will be applied to the teeth of the children up above, and will learn new things from the words they speak. This information is fed to a generative model, which will then use it to create new lessons for the children. AI learning. Oh, god damn it. Is the head of production trying to kill himself again? Let me guess. He sent you here so you can crush his skull. Not gonna happen, dumbass. Get the hell out of here. Medallion Man stands in place. He guards the computer with his life. Well, on account of you being rude to me, you die. Hello there, parasitic enamel. You're a very strange thing, but... yeah, God. Seeing the nerve endings and actually thinking about how that would feel is a bit... sends shivers. It was a long trip, but here I am. Yeah, okay. Let's see, did the level design change here as well? Kind of. Put the hammer away. The metal man thinks about cool things in the future. This is my favorite building in the factory. When a small child has acid their use, we melt them down into slag and turn that into new butter knives and egg slicers. I think that recycling is beautiful, don't you? Vibrations inside. You have been touched by the golden ratio vibrations. So they did change that layout. Well, as long as the children are happy, then it's fine with me. The metallic man looks at you disdainfully. Let's you buy to shut down the safeguards, so you can crush the head of the factory? You've gotta be stupid if you think I'd do that. You've gotta be a dumbass if you think I'd do that. You have to be an absolute simpleton if you think that I would do that. You can't touch this guy. But my hammer can. Alright, head of the school, it's time to see what's going on with you. Cold and hard to touch, the cloak is made of pig iron. The head of the factory is up ahead. The freak keeps begging us to kill him. Doesn't he know how important it is to continue manufacturing? The metal man smells at you, and grimaces too. Alright, I do believe that is all. My life has turned into an endless line of misery and illness. I beg of you, If you have any mercy on your soul, please kill me, and make it as painful as possible. Well, I tuned it up to the highest setting, so it won't be painless or painful, but... I will take my egg now. You got an egg of the earth. Now drop that baby down the chasm, and I can get this show on the road. Did I ever tell you that you look very creepy? Ooh, new one. I didn't read the real world tip. I'm sorry about that. You folk will have to be unenlightened for much longer, unfortunately. Oh my goodness. Okay, if I can't go up there, then it's just for atmosphere, I guess, but this looks so much more lively. The threat woman eyes you up and down, distrust in her expression. Our village was forced down here after all of the humans appeared on the surface. It's horrible. This is our home, and to call this place our world, Earth, makes me sick. You reach out to playfully yank her hair, but she doesn't let you. She's mean. Why would she do that? The threat woman looks very hungry, but more than that, she looks worried. Food has been hard to come by. We have to go out searching, and sometimes those who go looking don't come back. It's impossible to raise livestock down here. If you find any food, please bring it here. You reach out to touch her face, but the threat woman moves out of the way just at the last moment, looking at you funny. The threat child is no older than 2 years. Yesterday I ate a rat. It was real gross. Everyone tells me that we used to eat all sorts of stuff, but now it's just rats and old hamburgers. You reach out to pat the threat child, but it lightly growls at you, showing some small but sharp teeth. I have a hammer, kid. You better watch your mouth there. The threat woman eyes you up and down, trying to figure out what exactly you are. Up on the surface the other day, I saw a human get hit by a car. Everything inside of them spilled out. Nothing but dust and clay. You reach out to poke her in the eye, but the threat woman shoots you a look that makes you stop. Alright. Now this is a new area that was not in the original, so what's up here? The threat woman shies away. The threat woman looks tired and stressed, most likely due to her environment. These concrete walls have gotten smaller. It pains me to see the child trapped this deep, under a sickly blue sky. I mean, is it blue? I mean, I guess it is. I mean, there isn't any sky to see here, but looks like the gods. Different gods, though. Wow, 3-for-1 deal. The Queen of Dragonflies is sleeping and smiling. It's Daddy's bad place. An old dusty TV set. It's pretty rare that you find a TV that speaks when spoken to. Most of them are too self-absorbed. When a TV talks back to you, it's a true friend. Your finger runs across the surface of the TV set, picking up a notable layer of dust. You think about how it might feel if you were covered in a layer of dust. That was not there before.
Repeat. At 3:45 a.m. today, a state of emergency was declared following the appearance of a large unknown insectoid creature in the Melbourne borough of Central City. The creature is unpredictable and is considered to be highly dangerous. This is not a drill. If you are inside, stay inside. If you are outside, find the nearest shelter. If you are thinking, stop thinking. The insect may appear to you as a human. It is not. It is an aberration of your imagination and does not exist. Stay away from the insect, as it is highly dangerous. Do not attempt to communicate with the insect, as it is highly dangerous. The insect is not real. The insect is not real. The insect is not real.
Interesting. And there's a cross here. I wonder if that's like talking about God. Because if I remember correctly, like in the previous one, like you turn into, I guess you turn into God? Or at least the statue. I guess maybe the statue we saw in the beginning. That kind of looked like it would be an insect, so... And there was a shrine, or at least a place of worship, so... I wonder if it's like, this is basically saying God's not real. It does feel like that there is sort of like a religious, I don't know, tone to this. Ah, new place. In 1956, a new disease appeared in Osaka, Japan. The symptoms included a strong cough, rash, and becoming a room. Yeah, what is this place? Ah, that's the birthplace. The threat woman seems lost in thought. When nobody was looking, the queen's chrysalis hatched. That means that she's out there, who knows where. I can't help but fear. There are vermin dogs who would lead her astray. I must have faith. The queen will return. Her skin is rougher than you expected, covered in a layer of fur. A thin layer of fur. Well. I believe that's everything, then. You know, let's return home, though. A man claiming to be God appeared on American soil in 1965. He was immediately shot down by the CIA. John McCone was quoted saying, "We got him." Ooh, it opens now. Welcome to my humble abode. What secrets lie in this gear of city? City of gear. Hello there. Cerebrospinal fluid at 80%. Nutritional fibrotic cell health wavering at a grade of approximately 60%. Musculoskeletal system reacting poorly, please be advised. Open lung sore detected. Head like a DOA. Psychopomp efficiency, currently at 0%. For more diagnostics, please subscribe to a platinum membership. Let me in. Who are you? I don't know who that is, but it kinda looks like me. Doesn't have my charming smile, though. I have no idea who that could be. Probably some extra lore stuff. Watch out, crying. I can't see what that is up there. Interesting developments. I thought that was the parent, but maybe it's just some random stranger. And they've got interesting hobbies, I see. Hello there, I am Libido. Everything that is wonderful. Those things that make you so happy and make your toes curl? Those come from me, dear. You don't have to thank me. Everything I do is for my own sake, thank you very much. Okay. Well. Interesting. I don't think I can show you. Yep, I don't think I can show you. Sorry, miss, but unfortunately... Oh god, come on. Okay, what was down the other way then? I'm so damn tired of this. Look all around you. Look how gray it all is. Everything has been turned into day's soup. It's all your fault. You hate me, don't you? Stop making the world gray. Stop doing this to me. Alright, I believe that's everything though. Hopefully.